Welcome to another Dr. Spotfire quick tip video. My name is Jose Aguirre from Spotfire, and today I'm going to show you how to pass multiple values to an on-demand data table. So I have in this data table some production data from some widgets. I have the ID, I have the widget type A, B, or C, and then I have the number of defects for that specific widget, including a timestamp. And now I have a lookup table. The lookup table in this case, this is a cross table. And just look at the number of rows. I have 1 million rows in my main data table, in my defect table. But I created a defect lookup table, this one. It's a lookup defects table that only has 10 rows. And this lookup table is going to help me drive the on-demand data table. So in the first way, the first method, I'm using visualization. It can be any type of visualization. In this tape is a tree map where I show the number of defects. I can select a couple of defects, and this is going to drive my on-demand data table. I go to my main data table, and then I change the on-demand settings, and I'm going to load automatically, and I'm going to drive the defects. I'm going to define the input, and it's going to be driven by the lookup defects table from the column defects, and it's going to be limited by marking. So now if I select those three values, you can see here that I no longer have 1 million rows, but 300,000. If I click those records that have 10 defects, then I can see that I have 99,000. And so another way to get those values is by using appropriate control. In this case, a list box multiple select. So now I'm going to make a change. I'm going to make a change on my on-demand data table and change it to I'm going to define the input to be a property, and in this case it's going to be the defects, and you can see the data type here. The data type here is an integer list. So I'm going to use that document property, and that is going to pass those arrays of values that I select through my control, and you can see here that those values are passed whenever I select a couple of values, and you can see the number of rows updating. I can control click and select multiple values and that. Well, I have another solution. I go to these pasting values, and then I can just type it in, maybe let's say those widgets that have 1, 2, or 3 defects, click out, and it's going to update automatically. So I can go and next time go from my clipboard, and maybe I have not a list of defects, but a list of IDs, and maybe that list is long. So I can just go ahead and paste them here, click out, and then it's going to be updated. Let me show you now how this works. So if I view my properties, my document properties, you can see that I have the defects. This is the string list I am talking about. This is the array. But this control contains a string. It's just a string. And it has an action associated with. It runs a script that parses that string into the values that the defects document property requires to drive the on-demand data table. Check out the article in the description for a step-by-step guide, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.